Talked about the role reversal for JD Arteaga in Miami, and here it is more in depth. Hurricanes series winners against Virginia and North Carolina, and plenty of offense through the first 2 games of those series. Not the case here in South Bend with the temperature cut in half.
You know, unfortunately for Miami, they've been a little bit cold of late. 3 straight losses in ACC play, dating back to that series finale against North Carolina where they gave up 16 runs in that last contest after the pitching staff did a much better job in the first 2 games of that series. Such a difficult position when you're coming into these Sundays games with that sense of desperation, and something that Notre Dame can relate to, of course. They've been swept in each of their first series of the season in ACC play. I'm sure they're much happier to be on the same side that Miami was in their first 2 weekends.
Third baseman Simon Baumgart leads off the bottom of the 2nd for Notre Dame. Takes upstairs for a 2-1 count against Eric Hernandez, who spun a 1-2-3 bottom of the first with back-to-back strikeouts. 1 swinging, 1 looking. Now it's 2-1 to Baumgart. Down at the bottom of the zone with a firm fastball.
Well, even those last couple of starts where Eric Hernandez has struggled a little bit, the strikeout numbers have still been there. 12 Ks and 8 innings in conference play coming into today, and obviously added 2 more in the first.
Baumgart ropes it to left field, and another layout and catch for Blake Sear. The Miami outfield defense showing up in South Bend this weekend.
Well, this is why fielding percentage and errors aren't everything. They don't capture the impact of plays like this. And not only is it another great catch, but again, it's the started inning. It's to save extra bases if that goal gets by and all the way to the wall. A huge momentum shift for a young pitcher. That is just so helpful for Miami. And saw it with Long in the first and Sear in left to start the second.
Ball 1 to Jack Benny, and I tell you what, Simon Baumgart will be seeking out Blake Sear in the parking lot after today's game. That's back-to-back games where in Baumgart's first at bat, he's been robbed on a line drive to left field on a diving grab by Blake Sear. Funny how baseball works sometimes. We'll see what Jack Penny can do ahead in the count 2-0. Another fastball from Hernandez, spotted well.
Well, to go back to your point, Tyler, about flipping the script, how about this? Notre Dame was only involved in 1 series in the ACC play last year that ended in a sweep. Might go 3 for 3 potentially to start this season. Obviously on the wrong side of things the first 2 times, and hoping to go 3-0 this weekend.
Yeah, Notre Dame didn't sweep last year until mid to late April here against Virginia, a top 10 team in the country at the time, as Penny gets jammed but sends it pretty deep out to right. Villegas traces it back and hauls it in for out number 2. 5 up, 5 down for Eric Hernandez.
They're actually putting up some pretty good swings in this game. That was solid from Penny there, but you're right, Tyler. He did just get a little bit jammed, just wasn't quite able to catch that ball on the barrel of the bat. And with the wind blowing out to left field today, that ball's just not going to carry.
Right fielder Tito Flores now, and there's the temperature with that wind ranging anywhere between 10 and 20 miles an hour. From the east-southeast, going from corner to corner, right to left, and the temperature again in the 40s. It's been a pretty warm winter here in South Bend, followed by a chilly start to meteorological spring. Flores, hard hit, and down the left field line, past the dive of Cuvée at third. Goes all the way to the corner, and Tito Flores pulls into second with a 2-out stand-up double for Notre Dame.
The Irish offense would have waved the white flag if Cuvée had come up with that one. A great effort over at the hot corner, but Flores was all over that pitch. Smashed it just inside the back. Cuvée was playing down the line too. It gave him a chance, but that ball just had too much heat on it. And a 2-out, 2-bagger gives Notre Dame its first hit today.
The 47th career double for Tito Flores, the Michigan transfer. He gives way to left fielder and South Bend native Brady Gumpf. Doesn't offer at the first pitch over the outside, strike 1. Gumpf having himself a nice series. 4-game RBI streak entering today. He's driven in a go-ahead run in both games this weekend. Did it with a ground out Friday and a double in yesterday's contest.
Batting .350 with runners in scoring position this season as well, too.
On the 1-1 pitch, he'll sky one, left side of the infield. Cuvée calls for it. Back pedals, and just a bit down the line, he makes the catch. Notre Dame strands Flores in scoring position. No score to the third.
Notre Dame gets it back with 7:50 to go in the half. Irish lead 26-18. KK Bransford at the right wing. Member of the ACC All-Freshman team a season ago, works on Amor, cutting down the right edge of the lane. Throwing it back to the free throw line where Watson gathers it in traffic. 8 to shoot. She bounces off a defender and travels in the process. She banked the shot in, but not before she walked. And with 7:37 to go, VT takes over again. Georgia Amor with it. Averages just under 8 assists per game. Had 16 in a game earlier this year. Double-double with 11 assists Sunday against UNC. She plays a two-player game with Kitley on the inside. And as Kitley caught the ball in the paint, fouled from behind by Kylie Watson.
So that's now the third straight offensive possession where Kitley has drawn a foul. Virginia Tech trying to get her the ball. You can tell there's more of a focus on that in this quarter. She seemed to touch the ball every time that they've had possession, and if she's not, she's drawing fouls, so certainly a good start to her this quarter.
Off the restart, Eck misses a 3 long from up top. 2 personal fouls against Kylie Watson, so she checks out for Nat Marshall on the inside for Notre Dame. Hidalgo, tough take against Amor in transition as she went all the way to the right block but couldn't bank it home. Now Amor spots Eck running down the left side for VT. Back to Amor in front of the Irish bench. Kitley left wing, looking for an option. Hands it off to Eck, hooking around from behind. Eck still has it against Bransford. Down the baseline she goes, and she travels as she fell backward at the left block. Good help defense from Nat Marshall.
Yeah, I was just going to point that out, Tyler. We've seen Eck make 2 layups in this game both times because of a lack of that help defense from the forwards down low, but Nat Marshall does a great job recognizing that Bransford got beat to the outside, comes in to support and draws the travel. Great defense.
Irish still on a 6-0 run over the last 2 minutes and still leading 26-18. Hannah Hidalgo, top of the key, makes her move, kicks out to Marshall, short left corner, juggling catch, and she finds Hidalgo again at the left wing. 10 to shoot for Hannah, who has 10 points. Driving in, kick out, short left corner, jump shot for Marshall, and the catch and shoot is good. Notre Dame by 10. Matt Marshall gets involved offensively for the first time. Now Georgia Amor with the pressure mounting against VT in the second quarter. Amor matched up with Westbeld. DeWolf falls down away from the play. That leaves King wide open for a catch and shoot right wing 3, but it's long. Defensive rebound Bransford. Here comes Hidalgo for the Irish. Euro step goes right around Amor but misses the lay-in. Offensive rebound Westbeld. Kick out to Wolf. Hidalgo catch and shoot 3 left corner. Wide right. Westbeld another offensive rebound. And she's fouled. It'll go on the floor against VT.
6 offensive rebounds to 0 right now. Notre Dame picking up 2 on that possession alone. And that's been one of the big stories in this game so far. 17 rebounds for Notre Dame in total. 6 of them offensive boards. And that time they draw a foul out of it. Virginia Tech, no points in the last 3 minutes plus. Notre Dame on an 8-0 run over that time frame.
5:35 to go in the first half. 28-18 Notre Dame. Irish on an 11-2 start to this second quarter. Hidalgo with 5 to shoot. Gets to the left elbow, out to Westbeld. Shot fake, just inside the top of the arc. She misses the 2-point jumper, and Kitley grabs the defensive rebound for VT. Now it's Amor with 5:15 to go in the second quarter. Georgia Amor 0 for 5 from the floor so far, 0 for 2 from deep. Surprisingly slow start for her, but she drives in the lane. Can't change that as she misses the lane, and she's 0 for 6. Now Hidalgo with 5 minutes to go. Speeding through everybody and laying it in. An inside-out move with the right hand. Notre Dame by a dozen. As there's a minute 36 to go on the opening power play for Boston University. Officials just talking about where to put the face-off. It'll be a neutral zone draw close to the BU blue line on the far side of the ice. The score, Terriers 1, Fighting Irish nothing on the goal by Ryan Green. Ryan Steedham in the box right now. 2 minutes for roughing. as BU wins the drawback, and here comes Lane Hudson, leaving it for Macklin Celebrini, playing the right defense position as a forward. Now on the left side, Shane LaChance swings it in deep to the corner. It's played over to the right half boards where Devin Kaplan waits for it at the circle. Throws it back up top to the point where Hudson walks the blue line with it. Lane Hudson to Macklin Celebrini, right circle. Up top again, Hudson. Left circle now, it's Kaplan against the boards. Celebrini fakes a one-timer right circle, pass it to the middle, but it went off Silanoff's skate and all the way back to the Terrier blue line. Here comes Lane Hudson again, given open ice through neutral. And now he takes it back to the left point and sauces it to Macklin Celebrini at the right circle. In the middle, it's Hudson again, looking for a shooting lane. Left it off for Kaplan, whose one-timer went wide to the right point where Macklin Celebrini takes it. Up top again, Lane Hudson, back to Celebrini. One-timer, glove save Bischel. Mastro Domenico fires it along the far half boards where Kaplan takes it, switching positions with Hudson in the left corner. Threw it out front, comes to Celebrini, up top, Kaplan again. His shot goes high off the glass. And now at the top of the right circle, Celebrini, left point. Lane Hudson with 25 seconds to go on the power play. Macklin Celebrini, bottom of the right circle, threw it off a stick in front as Shane LaChance tried to put his blade down and receive a pass and deflect it toward goal, but instead it goes flying out of play in the far corner. And with 11:39 to go in the first period, Notre Dame has 21 more seconds to kill on this Ryan Sedum minor for roughing. BU makes a change on the power play unit. It'll be Quinn Hudson out there with Jeremy Wilmer, Jack Hughes, Case McCarthy, and Tom Willander. Notre Dame's Danny Nelson takes the draw. He's out there with Trevor Janicki, Plasinski, and Helliwell. He wins it back for Helliwell, who's tied up by two Terriers in the near corner. Stick check from Danny Nelson. He's got the puck now, hauled down from behind, and there's a penalty coming against BU. Notre Dame still possessing the puck for the moment, and now Wilmer takes it away. And with just 9 seconds to go on their own power play, the Terriers will give it up with a Jack Hughes minor as he took down Danny Nelson from behind while the freshman tried to exit the zone up the left half wall. So it'll be a tripping minor against Jack Hughes, and in a matter of 9 seconds, we will see the Notre Dame power play for the first time. Irish have had a rough start to the season on the man advantage, just 1 for 13 so far. That's a 7.7% success rate. Only goal they've scored was a Landon Slaggert tally 2 weeks ago against Clarkson. Danny Nelson to take the draw. Tie up at the dot. And eventually BU skates free with it ahead with Nick Zabanet back behind the net as Sedum's minor expires. Terrier skated out with Case McCarthy, 2-on-2 here as Zabanet throws it back in front for McCarthy, wide of his stick, and now Notre Dame tries to race ahead the other way, but good skating from Dylan Peterson to beat Moynihan to the puck. And now with 1:35 to go in the Irish man advantage, Drew Bavaro skates it out up the right side. Bavaro leaving it behind for Maddox Fleming. Now Danny Nelson through center ice. Trying to pass it laterally, but kept it behind the blue line, so Landon Slaggert has to skate back to take it. Moynihan, right point. Bavaro, one-timer up top. Hit a man in front. That was Stevens in the high slot. Now Fleming, right point. Irish need to spread out here, and now the puck's going to leave the zone off a deflected pass. Drew Bavaro in center ice for Landon Slaggert. Entering the zone up the middle. Slaggert to the right half wall. Leaves for Bavaro, right point. Left circle Moynihan out in front. Puck knocked off the stick of Fleming. He does well to take it back, though, on a stick check. Fleming left circle, below the goal line Slaggert. Left corner Fleming, up top, here's Bavaro. 45 seconds to go on the power play. Fleming, left circle. Bavaro up top, looking for a wrister. He takes it and he scores! Drew Bavaro ties the game on the power play. 1-1 with 10:07 to go in the first.